I apologize about that wait time, everybody. I am so sorry. I hit start stream and then I got a message from the college and I had to answer it. And I took a minute and I went through my email. Have you guys seen, as y'all know, Samsung put out the new Flip, Fold, and Fold Ultra a few weeks ago. Today, Google announced the Pixel 11 lineup with the Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, Pro XL, and Pixel 11 Fold. If you buy the Fold, I went in, I put in the trade-in value, they'll give me $700 for my iPhone, a free Pixel watch, and a bunch of other shit. Although y'all should look at the Pixel. Well, fuck it. Hold on. Fuck it. Hold on. There we go, guys. So, and ENT, shut the fuck up, and good for being first to the stream. And hi, Blue Opal Place, thank you for the follow. Okay, so this is the 11 Pro. And then the 11 Pro Folds, the 11. I gotta, well, let's go to compare here so you can see. It's not the same. Compare link. In a second. I want the link that's up on my other Blue Opal, I know nothing about that device, I'll be completely honest. And I'm an iPhone user. So normally this doesn't interest me, but I'm like, I don't know if you read the Valora.tv/about my story of why I built Valora and everything. Back in 2019, my Apple Watch saved my life. The whole team at the hospital and my doctor literally said, if not for the Apple Watch, I would not be here today. So I've stayed kind of loyal. I am a little fascinated with because I don't like Samsung. That's not gonna happen. That Samsung can fuck right off, in my opinion. See here. See if this takes me to the right page before I. For fuck's sake, Google. No, I cannot stand Samsung. And I've had really terrible Samsung products. Okay, here we go. Let me zoom this in a little bit more. So, there we go. Okay. So here's the colors. So on the Fold, you have this green, which is actually a really nice green, or your dark color. On the 11 Pro and Pro XL, you've got the coral color. Another kind of a, it's not really sage green, but it's a peaceful green. And then whatever that is, and then your dark. The Pixel 11, every Barbie fan, every girl out there that's a Barbie fan, they're going to go for that. Like, Google has converted iPhone users just by a color. No, for real. I mean, seriously though, like it's a like for somebody that wants something of like that's a real, so you get that, and that's kind of a terrible green. Like when you compare the three greens, that is the worst of all of them. Bad choice. And then anyway, for the people that want their dark phone, all of them have the dark option. But like you look at it, and so you're getting depending on what you're buying, on the Pro and Pro XL, you're getting a 6.3 or 6.8 screen. The regular 11 is a 6.3 screen. The outer screen is 6.5 inches and the inner is 8 inches. 12 gig of RAM in the base, up to 16. I'm guessing the smaller one is 12 and the larger one is 16. 16 gig of RAM in the Pro. 256, 512, or 1 terabyte on those. 256, 512 with that. Wirelessly charged with Pixel Snap wireless charging. You're not letting me highlight that, but I'm going to tell you, Pixel Snap wireless charging and the Apple MagSafe wireless charger are the same thing. They do the same thing and they're fully interchangeable. My work phone is a Pixel 9A, I think it is, and it works beautifully with my MagSafe. So when my iPhone is charged, I plop my Pixel on it, plop my work phone on it. So like that stuff is all interchangeable completely. Works beautifully. I mean, I don't know. Do you think it's underpowered? I mean, who like I don't even know. Let's go to apple.com here. I don't even know. This is Apple. I don't care about the rest of it. Like, I mean, I've got you can't even go back. I mean, mine's a 16 Pro Max. Like mine is a 16 Pro Max, so mine is like older, almost a couple years old. But they haven't changed size. I hate this orange. I don't care what anybody says. I think this was the dumbest color choice. I want a true red iPhone. Um, oh, it is. I mean, all of these phones look fucking weird these days. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's funny. They don't even want you to like. They don't want you to compare it with like mine, because mine's the 16 Pro Max. I can't even go further than that because they know that they can't hit numbers that are marketable. Um, that's. I mean, that's where we're at. Is that we can't. So what mine would be? Mine's a 6.9 then probably, right? As the max, and that was up against 6.5, which might be a slightly weird aspect ratio. Like I wish I could like sit this phone on top of this phone and see the difference. Like or sit it like I wish I could see it next to my phone. My biggest complaint is I don't and I have a Pro Max and I wish it was just a hair wider. Because I think you would make less typos on the phone keyboard if it was just a tiny fucking bit wider. Um I mean, again, let's see, Samsung. Y'all stop popping up shit. No, you cannot send me notifications. So they, of course, they have their Flip, which starts at $1,200. Ouch. Then they have their passport-sized folds, which starts at $2,100. And then the Fold Ultra, which is taller but like narrower, is also $2,100 starting. For me, like the people that buy this are like, it's a nostalgia thing. It was like when they brought back the Motorola Razr, but it was the flip, the like Android flip. You know, like the idea of slamming the phone shut. But I got to tell you, you can't slam these phones shut like you would. See, like again, I do most of my texting from my laptop, from my Mac. Like if I have to text from my phone, I find it an inconvenience, and if I text from my watch, it's even more of an inconvenience. But so for me, like I've always said it, if you could just give me a cellular plan and a watch, like an Apple Watch and a cellular plan, and I could just use my computer, I would probably not have a phone. But then I would miss some of my phone games, like because there's 2 or 3 phone games I play that I enjoy. Um, I don't want a Samsung Galaxy card. Okay. Where is the? Okay, here's the Pro. Where's the fucking Pro Max? They're not even. And for one, okay, for one, they're not even showing my model here at Samsung's trade-in. They would offer $350. I mean, they're not showing the Max, so technically that's. Or wait, let me go to the Fold and see if that changes. That might be. They might be better. That might be. They might treat you better there. Hold on. Um. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, they'll give me $475 for my Pro Max on a $2,100 purchase. Over here with Google's new phones. Hey T, welcome in. Google just announced their new phone lineup. They have some really nice colors. Like I really like the greens, except for this green. I think this green is ugly. Uh, uh, but but yeah, they have those colors there, and then these 4 colors on that one, and then on the base model they have these 3 colors and then Barbie pink. Um, but like I already looked, like I went in here and I clicked pre-order. Now we go with color. Ugh. I'd have to go with the 512 storage. That's what my iPhone is now. Google's willing to give me $700 for the same phone that Samsung was only going to give me 400 for. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. Get a Pixel Watch free or 5 for free. It's the Wi-Fi only version, which almost kind of would rather lose the 50, take the store credit, and then go buy um because they have a cellular version of the watch, right? Watches. Because I will not, and I know Fitbits are an option too, but um I mean, there it doesn't matter because I don't think there's anywhere where you see the color of the watch. I don't want some special fancy. Like, what makes this one special? The band, and I'm sure this is a special watch face you can only get on the special one. That doesn't when they do that shit, it doesn't interest me at all. I guess it does change the color of the body. You'd kind of want to try to match the phone, but I hate that color wristband. I mean, I would end up buying another wristband anyway. Where's the cellular version? Do they not do a cellular version? Am I like oddly unaware? Let me just go to the pre-order thing. Oh, yeah, there they go. 4G LTE. It's nice that they want to give you 2 years of data, but I thought data from Google Fi Wireless to power your messaging, navigation, and music on the go. No changes to your current phone plan or number required. Calling not supported. So they'll give you 2 years free of Google Fi on your watch. You just can't do calls on your. That's actually a little bit fascinating. Okay. My watch, the Ultra 2 or the 3? I don't even know. Oh, look. I should know this stuff. I don't care. I know it works. I know it's, my original one saved my life. It got replaced. Let's go to watch. My Apple Watch is yeah, I know there's a software update. It's an Ultra 2. So my watch is an Ultra 2. Yes, they'd give me $300 for that. It's weird. They're not like. I hate it that it's like they could give you, you know, a little bit more. Like, because mine is the larger one. They could be like, they could have the size and give you like $10 more just to make you feel better. I know this is supposed to be a Forza stream, but the college thing happened while I was on starting soon, and then I mean, I gotta give them credit on this. Like, after the Google Store credit, that would be free. If they're giving me the whatever it was credit over here. Um, what was it? $350 credit. It'd be a free watch. The thing is, it's not going to have the battery life of the Ultra. And because I rely on it for my health, I would be a little concerned. I don't know, like. Come on. Jesus, that is like a lineup that I'm not ready to mentally try to take in. No, like, what's the. Like, I don't know what these mean. Longer available. Okay, that's obviously a budget device. That's a budget device. These all read as budget devices in comparison. And I don't know if that's just because I'm used to Apple's prices, but you feel like. Yeah, I feel like you'd be 6 fucking days. insane. I mean, but again, this has so much more. Oh, that's important. Like, see, again, human with like lots of fucking, again, like the difference is okay, ECG app for assessment versus, this. It's like, I have cardiac arrhythmia. That's irregular heartbeat. Things like that. That stuff matters. Um, I mean, I don't want any of my watches tracking my blood pressure because I don't want to know. You know, that's terrible. I know that sounds really fucking terrible, but I don't want to know. I gotta give him credit though. Like, okay, guys, we're here. So who else makes a phone that I should? Now I need to look. Well, somebody said the Fairphone, and I don't know what the Fairphone is, so I'm gonna. I'm guessing that's some sort of. Um. Yeah, I'm in the United States. Show it to me in dollars, please. You're not gonna show it to me in dollars. You don't call those buds. Whoever in their marketing team called that buds, those are not buds. Those are not buds. The word buds does not belong in the name. Um, and I throw my phones away so quickly that I don't care. Like for me, it's like, again, I used to be a new phone every year person. Like, I'm not saying throw them away. I either trade them in or like the important ones, like my iPhone 10, I still have because that was an anniversary phone. I mean, granted, I mean, I'm the kind of person that used to be able to repair iPhones all day long. So something like this, I could keep it going forever. But so you have the thingy, and then you have the EOS thingy. Why does that look like it's trying to be iPhone so hard, like the interface? Like for a little bit of it, it kind of like feels. Yeah, well, the picture that they're using really makes it look like it's trying to be iPhone. Which would honestly piss me off more than anything. I hate when things try to be something they're not because they always fall short. Like they always fall short. I'm gonna get myself in trouble again. I have a perfect example. I have a perfect example of something that tries to be what it is not. Huh. You know, someday the CEO is gonna see this and he's gonna sue me. I'm just gonna. You know, people asked why we didn't join the alliance. It's because they bought pills and then refused to answer the public's questions about it, which we called them out about on a social media post. I don't know if I can bring that up from here. Don't make me fucking sign in. Ah, fuck shit. Can I do it that way? Uh, you're gonna send me another code? How many codes are you gonna send me? This is the third one. I just want to show people a post, and you're like treating me like I don't know who I am. Okay, now we can have notifications. I'm gonna check those not on. Oh, it's just crap. Literally just crap. I don't that I'm not. Anyway, so let's do some zooming in here. So you know, this is funny, and the press release. Let's see. Let's go see if they fixed it. They fucking didn't. The alliance launches with 4 founding members: Beam, Pilled, and VP Zone. This press release alone makes it look like they don't know how to count. And technically, aren't these one because Beam bought Pilled? Yeah, no, yeah, the alliance, the Beams alliance. And again, Beam announced the launch of the GLA. So if you have any distrust in Beam, realize that. And there's a reason I didn't join right away. The 4 founding members each contribute unique strengths. And then you read Beams. Let's zoom this in even more. Beam is a next generation live streaming platform focused on multi streaming, unified chat, AI powered tools, and ultra low latency streaming. Like this big talk. And then there's Pilled is an interactive live streaming and social platform built around creator engagement and community conversations. VP Zone provides an interactive live streaming experience centered on creator communities and audience engagement. Do you realize the things they said about Pilled and VP Zone say nothing about the strengths of those platforms? And I have the draft on my computer, and what they said about Valora was even more vague than what they said about the other two. They didn't mention any of our features. They didn't mention our low latency because I know that would compete with Beam. And so and I asked them honest questions and I got no answers. The team knows. Everyone on our team knows. And I have had users email me and beg me in DMs And please don't let Beam destroy Valora. And please don't let Angel Munoz destroy Valora. Like, I've been getting those messages since the announcement that they bought Pilled. You know? And if you don't believe that, you don't believe that. Agreement to merge. Well, anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that article, but yeah, but you like, the thing that gets me is if Beam is in charge of the Alliance and they want to make things better across all platforms, but they're like billing themselves as the one that has all the features, then they're the one gaining the most out of the Alliance. My honest suggestion to them, which I proposed to them, was that the person, and I will get to that, they did talk, their team did offer that to help with our infrastructure. Like, Beam did directly say that, if we joined the Alliance, they would help improve our infrastructure. There was that. But the big but behind that is the whole mission of the Alliance, again, accelerate innovation. Okay, discovery, moderation, whatever. Membership independently and share what generalizes. They're letting you keep your independence, okay. Strengthen shared infrastructure. Streaming technologies, APIs, CDN resources. Where members face the same problem, they can pay to solve it once. Coordinate growth, cross-promoting creators, events, and communities. That's basically saying, hey, we're going to go to everybody and say, multi-streaming is the answer, and here's all these platforms we work with that you probably should be multi-streaming on. And while we do not forbid multi-streaming, and we welcome it, my personal stance, and again, this is not a representation of the company, my personal stance, which I know it's hard to separate CEO from company, but we're humans too, and we have different opinions than the values that we set for our company. My personal belief is creators should do whatever they feel is best for them, which is, also Valora's belief. Creators should do what's best for them. My belief in what's best for me and what's best for creation in my world, and what I honestly think, multi-streaming does not benefit a creator unless you're getting substantial reach across other platforms. One, it's splitting your monetization. So this means that if there's a payment threshold of $25, $50, $100, whatever the platform's threshold is, and you've got people giving you little tiny bits. I shouldn't have said bits because that Twitch's thing. So now that I've said that, if people are giving you bits someplace, kicks someplace, volts someplace, and whatever Beam calls their thing, embers or whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't. Because they're irrelevant. But look, I'm a sharp CEO. I'm a businessman. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman. I'm going to be honest. If something's irrelevant, I'm going to call it out. Because I'm honest. But, you know, if you're getting a little bit of bits here, a little bit of kicks there, a little bit of volts here, you may never reach payout on any of those places if you're a super small streamer. And then you're having to manage multiple chats, find a service like Restream or Beamstream, or if you have the internet connection to do it yourself, you're one of the lucky ones. But then you're like, if you don't have the internet connection, you're relying on another service to handle your multi-streaming, which is not a positive thing for you. I can just straight out tell you that. And if you do have the bandwidth for it, you know, like there are people on Beam that pride themselves that they are live on 25, 30, 35, 40 platforms at once. What at that, when you are on more than 5 platforms at once, how are you keeping up with who followed you, who this, who that? I don't care what plugin or thing you use that combines things. There becomes a point where you are spread, as ENT said in the chat, where you're spreading yourself too thin, and you're not. There becomes a point where it just becomes ridiculously fucking stupid. Okay, that makes sense. And again, if you want to multi-stream, that's your deal, not mine, and not Valora's. We don't care. But you know, if you can move your community to one central place, that means all the money you're making is coming from one place. You can build your bigger community base at that one place. You can say, this is my home. Never give up having a backup option, of course. You always need to have a backup option. But you need to pick a home. And even if you actively plan on multi-streaming, you still need to pick one place out of all your multi-streaming places that is your home. And value proposition wise, in today's markets, if you want a platform that will not train on you, and I don't want this to say like now I'm trying to pull a beam and like talk in our favor, but the numbers and the honesty and the data speaks for itself. We pay better than Twitch does. We have fairer policies than Twitch does. We didn't just introduce a new thing that you have to go opt out of that says AI will train on your data like Twitch did today. Because we're not going to. We're not backed by an illegal casino like Kick. We're not an echo chamber of hate like Rumble. You know? And we have, out of all the streaming platforms out there, we are in the top 3 of the low latency category. Probably top 2. In fact, I have a testimonial, and I'm not going to say who said it because I haven't got their permission to publish it. There was a Beam streamer who also streams to Valora, and they stream to Valora from Beam. Okay? Using Beam's multi-streaming. Are you ready for this? I wish you could see my face right now. Sometime I need to get a camera up again and just get over it, but if you guys wouldn't judge me for the fact that I have that bone condition, you know? Like, that's the hardest part for me is the bone condition, and then I've lost teeth because of it. And that's why I don't get on camera unless I have my veneers in. And my veneers, if I have them in longer than 30 minutes, they start hurting my mouth really badly. So I try not to, you know, which is why I don't use a camera. And that's just, you know, being honest. But Okay. Person streams on Beam, uses Beam, the multi-stream on Valora. So the pipe is going to Beam, then to Valora. And they're seeing it sooner on Valora than on Beam. I don't know how that makes sense. I have yet to figure that out. But I didn't believe them, and then I pulled up two computers, pressed enter at the same exact, not two computers, but two browser windows, side by side, pressed, enter basically, click enter, like fair loading time. And the stream they sent through Beam to Valora. Yeah. Was further ahead on Valora than it was on Beam. So all their hard work on latency, even multi-streaming through them, you get a better end result here on Valora. And to me, that blows my mind. I don't know how it's possible, but it blows my mind. I think it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, back to this alliance. Champion an open ecosystem, an industry that competes through innovation, not exclusivity. What the alliance learns is published for platforms outside of it too. So if I join this alliance and we build our in-house protocol, are you saying I'm going to have to tell the world that they can use it? Fuck you will. I have massive respect for the open source community. But everything that we will be, our in-house player, which is being used currently on our website, and our in-house media engine and our in-house protocol, two things that are coming after our 1 year next month. So coming later this year into the beginning of next year, they are proprietary software and proprietary protocols. They will not be open sourced. They belong to Valora and Valora only. And I don't think that's... What if I open source it? Twitch could take it tomorrow, and Twitch could be like, yeah, we're going to take, like, we're going to move everybody off of this to this, And then Twitch has everything. Because they're not, I mean, they're stuck in Amazon's ecosystems. That's kind of a bad example. But, like, if I build something that's blows Beam out of the water, blows Pill, VP Zone, Rumble, Kick, whatever out of the water. I mean, we've already blown them all out of the water, but like say like really even more so. Like something that is proprietary and unaccessible without a license from us. If I instead of kept the license to us and I open sourced that, we have absolutely no edge. Other than the fact that we're just a better platform. I mean, there is that edge. Being a better platform is a very solid edge. And then, membership is open to platforms that share the objectives. We're looking for a few more founders. But anyway, that wasn't what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was on their tweet. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to... I just changed the title and category to be more accurate. And then I'm going to end this stream and I'll come back and I'll do Forza after I eat dinner. I could have got Forza done. You hope what's not backed. I mean, I know I'm probably am going to publish this VOD because I have been a little bit cheeky about the whole thing. But the alliance is, it's a Beam thing. It's Beam, it's Beam's CEO, it's Beam's SVP, you know. But anyway, so they made a mistake, then deleted their tweet and reposted it, okay? I did not get a screenshot of the tweet before they deleted it. And I'm curious if anybody else, like, people are cheering them on like it's a good thing. But anyway, I recognize some of these names from people that streamed to us. But here, this one. This is the one that got me. What happened to the other platform, LOL? And the CEO of Beam Media Corporation. This is the kind of comment that inadvertently starts conspiracy thinking. But Valora failed to send the signed authorization form on time, so they were eliminated from the press release. They can still join at any time. Okay, Mr. Munoz. Valora failed to and were eliminated. The way that he worded that paints us negatively. No, I asked them questions that they refused to answer. I suggested that they should wait until their purchase of pills died down. They did not listen to anything. I also said there needs to be an outside human being overseeing this that's not related to any of the founding platforms. They did not do that either. So their CEO used wording that made it look like we did the wrong thing, or that we messed up and we were eliminated from the press release. And again, the press release that... Did I close it? I really close it. Fuck me. Anyway. The press release that they did not go back and fix their proofreading enough so that it says the Alliance launches with 4 founding members beam pilled in VP zone. Right. Anyway, but again, launches with 4 founding members beam pilled in VP zone. They failed kindergarten math is what this looks like to anybody that does not know the truth, which I think is hilarious. Anyway, back to the tweet. Let's go back over here. Go back over here. Okay, somebody's just congratulating them. Yeah. And congratulate all you want. Why did you reply to him saying something bad about us? Because, you know, he had, you know, I could have totally gone for slander on this, and I've thought about it. Anyway, somebody asked which one, and the person wrote back, the one that was listed in the... And this person I respect. I have great respect for them. If you have not followed them, if you've not followed this person and you've not watched their podcast, they do an amazing podcast. Like a really, really good podcast. And they are on our platform as well. So I encourage you to, you know, check it out. I do. And they were very clear. The one that was the original tweet then got deleted. I'm not going to go into details. Just curious if something was announced earlier than expected. And then somebody else said Valora was in there too. You know, who we're not mutual on our Valora account. But anyway, we made a statement. I made a statement last night. I quoted Angel's post. We want to bring transparency to the table after the words failed and eliminated were wrongfully used relating to our platform and the GLA. We had questions that went unanswered, including Beam Media Corp's acquisition of Pilled just days before the Alliance announcement. If Valora was still to join this alliance, we would still take our spot as a founding member of the alliance, as we were one of the earliest platforms spoken to about the alliance. We requested transparency that we did not receive, transparency that the general public is still asking for clarification on. This was not just about my ask. This was about the public's ask. And does the public ask? Yes. Oh my god, he's he was on a kick show today. Okay. Let me just keep going here. Okay, for one, this is the worst picture I've ever, like, the worst. What in the Illuminati fuck is this? Combined with what in the AI fuck is this? Just saying. I mean, in Pilled, like, if you look at this on the Pilled logo, like, can you see this on the Pilled logo? Can you see the Pilled logo here? You see this? See this little bump here? This weird little bump? But do you see this weird little bump? Like, here's the pill, and there's this little bump on the pill. Little tiny bump on the pill. Oh, come on. Go away, bar. Go away, bar. We don't want you. I don't want you. I want you to go away. Do I have to go somewhere to make the bar go away? Why is the... I don't want to watch any of this shit. Okay, I'm coming out of full screen. If we look at the Pilled logo, can we... There ain't no bump in that logo. So, like, they couldn't even, like, place the logos them fucking selves. They used AI to do it, and it added a bump to the fucking logo of the platform they bought. And this Beam logo, too, is another just weird... That it's like you can tell that AI took their logo and changed it, and they're just like, "Hey, yeah, that's cool. Let's put that out there. That's good PR. Let's do this." Nearly 12 million people reached. I bet that's a fucking lie. I don't care. I bet it's a fucking lie. I don't want to refer friends to Microsoft Edge. I'm only using it because I don't typically open a web browser on this fucking computer. I only open it when I have to show shit. Because I do not browse the web on my gaming computer. That's like one rule. Because I have protections pretty much turned all the way fucking off on this computer. Just because, you know, some single player games, some of the mods set shit off, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't play that game. Anyway. And of course he has to be right on it. To infinity and beyond. Oh, and then there was the Beam song. You know, there was the Beam song. And there's all these people congratulating them, but I want to bring this up. Gives a minute, who is an amazing streamer who's actually said, you know, good things. Like, he asked him, what about DLive? Could that have been saved? Now, he says they did try to reach out to DLive. I'm I'm kind of the like, I don't understand the way this is considered a reach out. I hope they reached out in other ways. I mean, I guess. Oh. Or Trovo. Either would have been better. Pilled as toxic. Beam says we're not done. I hadn't seen this comment. I missed that one. We're not done. Did you buy more platforms? Ooh. If y'all haven't followed, I am following him from the Valora account. I didn't realize I wasn't following him from mine. If you've never seen Gives a Minute, amazing streams, amazing discussions, tons of talk about homebrew and whiskey. And also, he's a surfer from Australia. Like, and a backpacker and traveler and does all that cool shit. Like, he went off the grid and did some off the grid streaming, and it was fucking fantastic. So if you have not heard about Gives a Minute, he also made a video on YouTube the other day talking about how now is the time to join Valora because, you know, before your name is taken and all the other things that go along with that. But you know, I do want to give, and I'm not putting Gives on blast here because I think he is the most brilliant with what he does. And amazing, let me zoom this back out so it's not so crazy. I appreciate him and his support of us. I guess his tweet was on this. Okay, Twitter is like really, sorry, X is such a fucking pain to find what you want sometimes. If I change it this way, will it do it? Or are we just gonna get the same shit again? Or is it on this? It might be on this post. Yep, here we go. So, days ago, so on the Alliance post, we're going to zoom this in a little bit more again. I'm confused about Alliance with a platform you also just acquired. Can that be explained? Simple. Build has not been acquired by Beam or has been merged yet. Our agreement is not finalized and requires a due diligence process, and their management supports the Alliance regardless if we merge or not. And he called him out, rightfully so. Beam and Pilled have signed an agreement to merge. And Angel Munoz just spitting out more corporate speak. But they had they put the whole press release out. They put all this other shit out. You know? Come the fuck on now. You know? Come to fuck on. I am going to check out more of this Fairphone just because I want to learn more about it. It's not for me, but I'm curious about it just for the hell of it. I really do hate that they tried to make it look like a fucking iPhone. But I want to say it, you know, there's... there are other people, that have had concerns. And I have received things that are concerning in my I've received things that are concerning in my you know, messages. And so I want to put forward here one more thing. Because if you're going to get your ass kicked, you might as well go all the way. I mean, shit. I'm looking for it. Give me a moment. Okay. Can I collapse this? I don't really want this to show out of respect for. That's fine. 1 minute. Okay, first off, completely unrelated. Um, I want to congratulate. People were talking about, how Dusty has the emote queen badge. She has 92 total emotes on the platform. Versus is in second place with 42. Jalen the Gamer with 40 in third place. And tied for fourth place is Tux2 with 37 and Gives a Minute with 37 emotes on Valora. But now let me show you the one thing I want to show you. So, Angel Munoz says that puts out press release, then later says, well, it hasn't finalized yet. The day he put out the press release, he went into a stream on his own platform. And other people have screenshots of this too. Comes in, links to the tweet about it, and then when it's talked about, we own them. His words, we own them. I mentioned those words to him in email and said, why did you say that in a public chat on a stream? Like, you went into a streamer's stream on your platform, posted the tweet to your press release, and then said later on in the chat, we own them. And for people that are worried about Pilled being separate, you probably should be afraid. We'll have 2 platforms in the beginning. Also, they do not have a lot of employees. I can't wait. This VOD's going on YouTube, and I know I'm going to get a cease and desist from this asshole. Because he's a fucking multimillionaire and he's a douchebag. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a part of this alliance anymore. Like, they emailed me multiple times a day. Like, I asked questions, they dodged the questions and sent me this thing that said, hey, you need to, when are you going to insert any other pushy language here? Sign this paperwork so we have legal permission to use your name in our press release. Ignoring my questions, ignoring the public's questions. I have had more than 10 people DM me. Some are Valora streamers, some were Pilled streamers who have never streamed on Valora because of what's going on, want to come over, and some of them have since. that have said to me, please do not let Beam or Angel Munoz destroy Valora. Please do not let that evil man destroy what you've built. Another person, and I'm not naming names here to protect the witnesses that have messaged me. Do not let the Antichrist destroy your hard labor. And the person that said, do not let the Antichrist destroy your hard labor, had sent me a copy of a screenshot of this from their phone. And then, let me go work out. I'll be back afterwards. Yep. So, folks, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I hope you've enjoyed being here. I will be live again later with Forza. But I think this needed to be discussed. And so we discussed it. And I think this one needs a good thumbnail too. I think this needs more than just our system picking a thumbnail. Which uses no AI, by the way. Like, people have asked about our thumbnail picker, and I want to tell you, it uses a scoring system that I think a 7-point scoring system. Brightness, motion, color, within a certain time scale. If the Valora watermark shows properly in the top corner of it, that's the point. 6-point scale. Sorry about that. But we built a thumbnail scaling thing that scales on luminosity and color and activity, and it also scales activity part. It scales from the noise that happens in the clip at the time, like if there's something active happening. Which means if you have really, really bouncy music on your Be Right Back thing, you might accidentally get a Be Right Back frame as your thumbnail. But again, there's no AI in it because I don't want there to be AI in it, because that would go against what a lot of people want. But anyway, guys, remember, there are streaming platforms out there that are good, that care about you. There are places out there, again, unlike Twitch today, that put out the thing that literally, if you do not go opt out, they will start training on you. They will start training their AI on you. So anybody on Twitch, go toggle that shit off on Twitch. Because I just want this to be the biggest thing on the screen as we end this. Twitch streamers, go into your settings, turn off the AI thing so they can't train on you. Kick streamers, you're probably already being trained on and they just haven't been caught yet. Oh, it is. ENT, it's disgusting. It's despicable. And I promise creators, we will take care of our creators. I'm not saying that Kick is doing it. I'm saying Kick is probably doing it. They're funded by an illegal casino that is still operating in states that it's been banned from. Like, they're operating in states they've been banned from, but some of the machines don't work in those states because the companies that made the online slot machines shut their access off in those states. Okay? If they're willing to be that shady, yeah, just think about it. Just think about it. Anyway, we give a safe home to creators. If you don't know about Valora, valora.tv/about tells my entire story and why we got here and how we got here and how we'll be a year old next month. So guys, remember, always pay it forward. Simple gestures matter. What might not be a lot to you might be life-changing to somebody else, to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones. If you can go see them, go see them. If you can't go see them, call them, text them. Life is short. Don't be a fucking terrible human being. That one speaks out of volumes right now with what's on my screen. Don't be a fucking terrible human being. It doesn't look good on you, me, or anybody else. And always strive to make a dent in the universe. I wish you all peace and love, and I will see you guys later to wrap up Forza. Chloe is not going to be home tonight, so I have to do both of our dailies tonight, but I will. And so, guys, remember, Valora doesn't own anything of yours. Valora doesn't want to own anything of yours. And Valora would not go around and brag about owning anything, be it another platform or otherwise. We conduct business the way business is meant to be conducted. Not by a washed up CEO who was the father of esports back in the 90s and is chasing his glory days as he's aging. So, guys, think before you go where you go. Be careful out there. Because a lot of the truth is hidden if you don't search for it. And you don't want to be blind to that. So, guys, I wish you the best. I thank you for being here. And I thank you so very much, truly, for being here. That's a Polaroid for the books.